So the first one is my favorite one. And this particular strategy changed my life years ago. And that sounds cliche, that sounds a little bit dramatic, but it's true. So before I share this with you, let me lay this out in context with you. You know, when you meet somebody, whether you're meeting them in business or you're meeting them at church or the grocery store, whatever you do, when you meet somebody, how do we typically greet them? What do we say? Hey, how you doing? Right? That's what we say. Hey, how are you doing? Or hey, how are you? Hey, what's up? Depending on the context of your relationship. So what I learned years ago, and I think all of us know this intellectually, that when people say, hey, how are you? I mean, they're not really asking you, how are you? Are you with me? I mean, because if you start telling them how you're doing, they're going to stop asking you how you're doing. It's just a greeting. It's like, hey, how you doing? They really don't expect you to start talking about your week. So I learned this years ago that, hey, since people aren't really asking, not because people are bad people, that's just how we greet each other in our culture. Hey, how you doing? So since they're not really asking, I'm going to bring it. I'm going to have some fun with them. I mean, since they're not asking anyway, let's just have some fun. So this literally changed my life. So you can talk to me anytime you want, day or night, call me on the phone and say, hey Dan, how's it going? You're going to get a couple of things from me every time. I'm on fire. I'm unbelievable. I'm unstoppable. I'm incredible. And ladies and gentlemen, as corny as that sounds, it literally changed my life. Do you know that most people are not around enough positive people? Do you know that? Most people don't get enough positivity in their life every day. And so the fact that I'm being positive to people, it brings a smile to their face and it causes them to respond or ask questions. It's amazing. I mean, I remember when I first started this years ago, I traveled quite a bit and I put my bags down. I was at the rental car counter renting a car, put my bags down, and the woman who was going to write up my car contract, she was in what I call cultural hypnosis, which most people are. She shuffled her papers and she looks up and she goes, how you doing, sir? And I said, I'm on fire. I tell you what, she took a double take and she said, well, are you okay? Are you all right? I said, yeah. She goes, oh, and she got nervous about the fact that I was on fire. She started shuffling papers. Oh, that's great. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for choosing our company. Wow, you're pretty tall. You probably need an upgrade, don't you? That's so great that you came over here. She was so excited that someone actually responded to her in a positive manner. Not too long ago, I was in Salt Lake City, right across from the Wendy's in the Southwest Gate. It's a little sundry shop where I bought some gum. Walked in there and got the gum, put the money down. The woman says, how you doing, sir? I said, I'm unbelievable. She looks at me and she goes, are you really? I said, yeah, I am. She said, wow, that is so great. It's really great to meet somebody who's actually in a good mood. I said, that's great. I said, wow, what do most people do? She goes, they don't do anything. They put their head down and they just walk out. I said, wow, I'm sorry to hear that, but anyway, have a great day. And I walked out and she literally, we're in an airport, okay? She said, sir, come back tomorrow. I can use your energy. I got the biggest kick out of that. She sees thousands of people a day. And the fact that I chose to be a little playful and I was unbelievable, it made her smile. And people like to be treated that way. Now, I got to tell you, to be really, really transparent with you, here's what I hear from people. First of all, I hear two things. Number one, that is the corniest, you don't expect me to do that, do you? And number two is, that's great, Dan, but you're being insincere. I mean, you are being totally insincere. You are not in a good mood every day. And I say, you're right, I'm not. But we've already determined that people don't really care. So some days I'm unbelievably good and some days I'm unbelievably bad. I'm just unbelievable right now. And that's how it goes and it works. And see, the reality is, and we all know this, no matter where you live in the country, we all live in a small little bubble. We go to the same grocery store, the same cleaners, take our kids to the same places, the same soccer fields, the same dentist. We see the same people all the time. And you literally have a chance to condition all those people about who you are. I've done this for so long, I can walk into the Starbucks lot in my house and they see me coming in and they go, oh, you're on fire, I know what you mean. I mean, I do do that when I get gas. And I'm saying it changes people's association about you, and people like me around people that make them feel good. So, you guys are a fun group. I want to see how you do. I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? You're going to say, I'm on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? I'm on fire. That's not bad. Unstoppable. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Unstoppable. How about unbelievable? Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Unbelievable. It's not bad. Now, I've got a bonus one for you. You probably shouldn't do this professionally, but I have a lot of fun with it. So, it goes like this. I'm on fire, baby. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? I'm on fire, baby. So, as you know, I live in Vegas. I do a lot of talks in Vegas, and I've got emails from clients that say, hey, Dan, my wife said, how you doing? I said, I'm on fire, baby. She said, what you do in Vegas? So, have some fun with that one. So, I encourage you to give it a shot. Have some fun with it. Okay, the second thing is, in order to be your best, to maximize your true potential,